Hello, it's good to see you. So here I am at Bethel Community Church, sat in the garden, enjoying some of the Cornish sunshine. Anyway, I've got a question I want to ask you, and it's a genuine question. It's not a flippant question, this, but when's the last time you stopped to ask yourself, how am I doing? How am I getting on? Now, it's a question I often ask other people as a pastor, how are you getting on? How are things? But if I'm honest, I don't necessarily ask myself that question enough. And I suspect I'm not the only one. Many of us will show love and compassion and kindness to other people, but do we show that same love and compassion for ourselves? Just this week I was reminded of that when, if you like, the amber light on the health dashboard flashed up, and in effect I was a little bit unwell. I was kind of on empty, and though it's lockdown at the moment still, I guess I'd allowed myself to become a little bit run down. With my wife, we've got 5 children to look after. There's various things going on which have been difficult to deal with. The doors to the church might be closed, but the church is still very much alive, and of course church goes on. And so perhaps I hadn't stopped to ask myself, how am I? Now I guess, as I said just now, we show love and compassion to others, but when it comes to ourselves, we often push ourselves maybe a bit too hard at times. Maybe that's because we've got false expectations, or maybe we set unrealistic goals for ourselves, or even we might even live under the kind of expectations of others as well. And I just want you to know that you're not indestructible. If anything, you were designed and made to be dependable on God. In fact, it's Psalm 139 that says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Just think about it. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Just some facts about the human body. If you were to stretch out the blood vessels of a human body, you'd be able to stretch it out for 60,000 miles. Your body was made to literally last a lifetime. In your lifetime, your heart will probably beat in the region of somewhere like 3 billion heartbeats. That's incredible. Your information will spread along your nerves at a rate of something like 430 miles an hour. And in fact, you were uniquely made as well. You have your own set of DNA and fingerprints. And again, the Bible says that God knows even every hair on your head. Just think about that for a moment. There are over 7 billion people walking on this earth right now, and yet God knows you as if you were the only person that existed right now. That's how important you are to Him. I say all this because you really are important, and you really do matter. 1 Peter 5 verse 7 says, cast all your anxieties on Him. That's God. Cast all your anxieties on Him because He cares. He cares about you. You matter to Him a lot. And I guess what I'm trying to encourage you today with is, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling worn out, if you're just feeling like you're under a bit of pressure right now, then it's okay to stop and make some time for yourself. Make some time. Show some love and kindness, even compassion to yourself right now, because you do matter. You are valuable to God. Jesus said this, in fact, in Matthew 11, verses 28 to 30. It says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Jesus used the word yoke there. Yoke is like an instrument that would go round the shoulders of the cattle as they ploughed the fields. It was something that you would carry on your shoulders. And sometimes the world presses or places heavy burdens upon our shoulders. Sometimes, if we're honest, we allow ourselves to carry those burdens, and yet God says, come on, come to me. Find rest in me. You'll find my yoke and my burden light for you. So the invitation there today as we come, I guess, to the weekend, regardless of we're on lockdown or not, is just to take some time out and invest in yourself. Go for a walk, pick up a book, sit down in the garden, make some time with yourself and God, and just open your heart to Him and just share what's on your heart, share what's going on in your mind right now, and just be willing to talk to Him and just open up your life to Him a little bit, because He genuinely cares. Cast your anxieties upon Him because He cares. And of course, the Bible also encourages us to be still and know that He is Lord. And so take some time of rest and just let God sow into your life. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling worn out, then come to the Lord and look after yourself and let God take care of you, because you really do matter. You're important to Him. I hope you have a good weekend, and I hope with something that I've shared today might be helpful to you. Just know this, that you are really fearfully and wonderfully made. You are loved. In God's eyes, you are a child of God. You belong to Him. You're precious to Him. You're valuable to Him, and you really matter to Him. So take some time to look after yourself. Bless you.